Many seniors are shocked when I mention this one because it has been praised for decades as a muscle-friendly food, a quick energy booster, and a perfect snack. But bananas can quietly work against leg strength after 60 if eaten the wrong way or too often. As we age, our muscles become less responsive to insulin, and bananas are one of the fastest fruits to spike blood sugar. That sudden sugar rush feels like energy at first, but it quickly turns into a crash, and that crash often shows up in the legs. You may notice heaviness in your thighs, a weak feeling when standing up, or fatigue that sets in far too quickly during a walk. This is not weakness of character or effort. It is a biological response to sugar flooding the bloodstream faster than aging muscles can handle. Modern bananas are much sweeter than they were decades ago, bred to taste better, but not necessarily to support older bodies. While potassium is often mentioned, the truth is that potassium alone cannot keep muscles strong. Muscles need a balance of minerals, especially magnesium, and bananas are not as rich in magnesium as people believe. When magnesium is low, muscles struggle to relax and contract smoothly, which can lead to stiffness, cramping, and a shaky feeling in the legs. Another issue is that bananas are soft and easy to eat quickly, which means many seniors consume them alone without protein or fat. Eating a banana by itself allows sugar to hit the system all at once, forcing insulin to work harder and encouraging the body to store energy instead of using it to fuel muscle movement. Over time, this pattern can accelerate muscle loss, especially in the lower body where muscles already weaken faster with age. Many seniors tell me they rely on bananas when they feel tired, thinking they are helping themselves, but what they are often doing is creating a cycle of short bursts of energy followed by deeper fatigue. This cycle makes legs feel unreliable, heavy, and unsteady, increasing the risk of imbalance and falls. Bananas can also worsen low-grade inflammation when eaten daily, and inflammation interferes with muscle repair, making it harder for legs to recover from simple daily activities like walking or standing. The real danger is not an occasional banana, but the habit of eating them frequently without balance or awareness. When seniors reduce banana intake or pair small portions with protein or healthy fats, many notice improved stability, less leg fatigue, and smoother movement within weeks. Strength does not disappear overnight. It erodes slowly through daily choices, and bananas can be one of those quiet contributors that no one thinks to question until they finally stop and feel the difference. This next fruit often feels harmless because it is small, refreshing, and easy to snack on, but grapes can quietly drain strength from senior legs faster than most people realize. Grapes are packed with natural sugar, and because they are bite-sized, it is very easy to eat far more than the body can handle in one sitting. For aging muscles, especially in the legs, frequent sugar overload creates a serious problem. Each time blood sugar rises quickly, the body responds with insulin, and over time this constant response makes muscles less efficient at using fuel. Instead of feeling energized, seniors may notice that their legs feel weak, heavy, or tired sooner than expected during simple activities. What makes grapes particularly risky is how fast they digest, sending sugar into the bloodstream almost immediately, leaving very little time for muscles to adjust. This rapid spike increases inflammation in the body, and inflammation directly interferes with muscle fibers and nerve signals, which are essential for balance and coordination. Many seniors experience shaky legs or unsteady steps without realizing that constant sugar spikes are disrupting communication between the brain and the muscles. Grapes also contain very little protein or fat, which means they offer no protection against these blood sugar swings when eaten alone. When seniors snack on grapes in the afternoon or evening, they may feel an initial lift followed by sudden weakness, stiffness, or even cramping in the legs. Over time, this pattern contributes to muscle fatigue and reduced endurance, making walking, standing, or climbing stairs feel more challenging. Another overlooked issue is that high sugar intake encourages the body to hold onto excess fluid in unhealthy ways while depriving muscles of proper hydration. Dehydrated muscles do not perform well, and they are more prone to weakness and soreness, particularly in the calves and thighs. Grapes also contain fructose, which is processed by the liver, and when consumed in excess, fructose can contribute to increased fat storage and inflammation, placing additional stress on aging joints and muscles. Stiff knees and hips often follow, and when joints feel stiff, leg muscles cannot activate properly, reducing strength and stability. Seniors who eat grapes daily may not connect them to leg problems because the effects are gradual, not immediate. However, once grape intake is reduced or combined with protein or fibre, many people notice steadier energy, stronger legs, and improved balance. Small dietary changes often create surprisingly powerful shifts in how the body feels and moves, especially when sugar is brought back under control. This fruit often brings back memories of warmth, comfort, and family meals, which makes it even harder to question. But mango can be surprisingly harsh on senior leg strength when consumed regularly. Mango is one of the highest sugar fruits commonly eaten, and its sweetness hides how aggressively it raises blood glucose. For an aging body, especially muscles in the legs, repeated sugar surges create a hostile environment for strength and endurance. When blood sugar rises too fast, the body shifts into a protective mode, focusing on lowering glucose rather than nourishing muscles. This means less energy reaches muscle cells, and over time the legs begin to feel weaker, heavier, and slower to respond. Many seniors notice that after eating mango, they feel relaxed or sleepy at first, followed by stiffness or fatigue in their legs later in the day. This delayed reaction makes it difficult to link the fruit to the symptom. Another issue is insulin resistance, which becomes more common with age. High sugar fruits like mango accelerate this process, reducing the muscle's ability to absorb glucose efficiently. When muscles cannot access fuel properly, they shrink and lose power, particularly in the lower body where muscles already decline more rapidly. Mango also contains very little protein and fibre relative to its sugar content, meaning it does not provide the structural nutrients muscles need to repair and maintain themselves. Without enough fibre to slow digestion, sugar enters the bloodstream rapidly, amplifying inflammation throughout the body. Inflammation disrupts muscle repair and can worsen joint discomfort, especially in the knees and hips. When joints hurt or feel stiff, leg muscles naturally weaken because the body avoids full movement. Mango is also rich in fructose, which places additional strain on the liver. Excess fructose can be converted into fat and inflammatory byproducts that circulate in the body, contributing to muscle soreness and reduced flexibility. Seniors often eat mango as a dessert or snack without balancing it with protein or healthy fat, which intensifies its negative effects on muscle strength. Over time, frequent mango consumption may contribute to decreased endurance, slower walking speed, and difficulty standing up from seated positions. The danger lies not in occasional enjoyment, but in the belief that mango is always a healthy choice, regardless of quantity or timing. Many seniors who reduce mango intake or reserve it for rare occasions notice improved leg energy, less stiffness, and better control of blood sugar. Strong legs rely on stability rather than sweetness, and when sugar intake is moderated, muscles have a better chance to preserve strength and coordination as the body continues to age. This fruit is often praised for its antioxidants and is commonly recommended for joint comfort, which is why many seniors eat it without hesitation. But cherries can quietly interfere with leg strength when consumed too frequently. Cherries contain a significant amount of natural sugar, particularly fructose, which the aging body processes differently than it once did. Fructose is handled by the liver, and when intake is high, it can contribute to inflammation and metabolic stress. For seniors, this inflammation often shows up in the legs first, especially around the knees and hips where muscles and joints work together. When inflammation increases, Muscles cannot contract and relax efficiently, leading to stiffness, weakness, and reduced balance. Many people notice that their legs feel sore or slow after periods of inactivity, and frequent consumption of sugary fruits like cherries can quietly worsen that feeling. Another issue is that cherries are easy to overeat, especially when they are fresh and in season or served dried. A small bowl can deliver a concentrated sugar load that spikes blood glucose and triggers insulin release. Over time, these repeated spikes make muscles less responsive to insulin, reducing their ability to take in fuel and maintain strength. Leg muscles rely heavily on consistent energy, and when that supply is disrupted, endurance fades quickly. Cherries also offer limited protein and essential minerals needed for muscle contraction, such as magnesium, which means they do little to support muscle structure despite their antioxidant reputation. When seniors eat cherries as a snack on their own, blood sugar rises without any buffer, increasing fatigue and weakness later in the day. Another overlooked factor is circulation. Excess sugar can thicken the blood slightly and strain the vascular system, making it harder for oxygen and nutrients to reach the muscles in the legs. Poor circulation often leads to cold feet, tired calves, and a heavy feeling when walking. Over time, this can reduce confidence in movement and increase the risk of falls. Seniors may attribute these issues to aging or joint problems without realizing that frequent cherry consumption is adding fuel to the fire. The real concern is not an occasional serving, but the habit of viewing cherries as a daily health food without balance. When intake is reduced or cherries are paired with protein or fiber, many people experience steadier energy, less leg discomfort, and improved mobility. Strong legs depend on low inflammation and stable blood sugar, and when those factors are protected, muscles are better able to support movement and independence throughout later life. This fruit often feels refreshing and light, especially for seniors who struggle with digestion or appetite. But pineapple can quietly create problems for leg strength when eaten too often. Pineapple contains a high amount of natural sugar, and like many tropical fruits, it raises blood sugar quickly. For aging muscles in the legs, these rapid sugar spikes can reduce energy efficiency, making movements feel heavier and less controlled. Many seniors notice leg fatigue or weakness without realizing it may be connected to repeated blood sugar swings throughout the day. Pineapple also contains an enzyme called bromelain, which is often praised for digestion, but in sensitive bodies, it can irritate the stomach lining and intestines. When digestion becomes irritated, the body struggles to absorb key nutrients such as protein, magnesium, and calcium, all of which are essential for maintaining muscle strength and stability. Poor nutrient absorption means muscles are effectively underfed even when the diet seems healthy. Another issue with pineapple is that it is commonly eaten alone as a snack or dessert, which allows sugar to enter the bloodstream rapidly without balance. This pattern forces insulin to work harder and shifts the body away from muscle repair toward sugar management. Over time, this can accelerate muscle loss, particularly in the legs where muscles naturally decline faster with age. Pineapple's acidity can also aggravate inflammation in people with joint sensitivity, leading to discomfort in the knees and hips. When joints hurt, leg muscles tend to weaken because the body avoids full movement, reducing strength and coordination. Seniors may notice increased stiffness after sitting or difficulty starting movement, especially after meals that include pineapple. Another overlooked factor is hydration. High sugar fruits draw water into digestion, potentially leaving muscles slightly dehydrated. Dehydrated muscles are more prone to cramping, fatigue, and reduced power, particularly in the calves and thighs. Over time, these small effects add up, making walking and standing feel more challenging than they should. Many seniors consume pineapple believing it supports health, unaware that frequent intake may quietly undermine muscle performance. The problem is not occasional enjoyment, but regular, unbalanced consumption. When pineapple intake is limited or paired with protein and healthy fats, Many seniors experience steadier leg strength, less fatigue, and improved comfort during movement. Protecting muscles requires more than choosing foods labelled healthy. It requires understanding how those foods interact with an aging body.